Hi.
Hey, Delphine, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. I have the passcode turned off, so I don't know what's going on. Some kind of
No
Zoom error.
problem. No worries at all. Sometimes it's just,
With Zoom, it's always something. It's
yeah,
kind of
there's always something with
our
Zoom.
joke around here. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with me. I know that it's kind of annoying to jump on these things sometimes, so I'll try to.
No, it's just not annoying. It's just we just run out of time. Um, but it's like for everything. And then it's all about making time. I'm happy to do it for
I really appreciate
London.
it. So I want to make the most of the little bit of time that we have together. And so typically what I'll do is ask you a few questions. And then if there's anything at the end that you feel like I didn't capture, or you want to make sure I know, whether that is, you know, positive things, feedback, anything at all, you are super welcome and encouraged to share.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. So I know a little bit about your product and like know the general essence of like the swimsuit and what you all do, but I would love to just start by hearing in your words kind of a little bit about your product and why you wanted to launch it.
So, Rosa 7 is a brand that was launched 2 years ago with period underwear that was made in Canada. And then we wanted to add a new product, which is the period swimsuit. And in order to do that, because we're a self-funding company, I wanted to try the crowd. And yeah, the whole idea was launching that swimsuit is to add something, is to realize also that most of a lot of women do not wear tampons or cups, and so they can't go in the water when that's the case. And sometimes it's for leisure, which is already a big bummer, but often it's also they want to go because they have the swimming lessons with their kids and stuff and everything. So yeah, in our idea and mission to empower women during the period, we wanted to add this product into the range and make something feminine with recycled material and made in Vancouver as well.
I love that so much. That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about how you found LaunchBoom and what kind of made you join our accelerator system.
So I'm surrounded by different entrepreneurs, and the few experience or feedback that I get from them when they launch product on crowdfunding places and worked with agency is that they basically hired a lot of money, gave a lot of money to an agency, and in the end they had to do the work. And which makes sense because it's all about your product, your copywriting, or what you want to do. So like there's so much the agency can do. And what I think I just Googled different things, and I jumped into LaunchBoom, and I liked the fact that you could have a package that it was affordable price-wise, and then you were doing the work. And I think I had an early price because I signed up a long time ago, but then I hold on to it because we had to postpone the launch of the bathing suit. And yeah, I had a first call with one of the LaunchBoom salesperson. I also like the fact that they were not taking every brands in, but they were making a selection to make sure that it fits before you would, get into it. So yeah, I just had a good feeling about it, and then I jumped on it and then hold on to it for like maybe a year or less, 8 months, and then started to work on it.
Yeah, that's great. That qualifying process really helps. I feel like to know like, okay, crowdfunding is a good fit for me or it's not a good fit for me. Tell me a little bit about your experience kind of within the LaunchBoom Accelerator once you were in terms of what was helpful, whether that's office hours or the modules, anything that kind of stood out to you as like being a difference maker.
I think the modules are really well done. I've personally learned a lot. And what I didn't anticipate is how much work it would be. Because again, I have my business as well. Also assume that even people that launch their first product, they also have a job. I have 2 kids now. Like, it was just like a lot to, I think I would have taken more time to work on it. But so maybe in the feedback, in a constructive feedback I would give is to alert on that you don't need the product to be 100% done, the images to be finished, the samples to be like spot on. You can already start working on all the process. And maybe I missed that info. But otherwise, I think the content is really well done. I really appreciated each time I reach out to Soren. I don't know if he's still there. He was really helpful. And the calls. And then we moved to another type of chat, school. So yeah, I think all in all, it's, if you dedicate the time and the effort, it's a great platform.
Super helpful. I'm just taking some notes, both of the feedback and some of the other stuff while you're chatting. I love that. Was there anything when you were first thinking about joining that you were hesitant about that now you feel like you understand, or anything that kept you from joining sooner? I know yours is kind of unique because you joined and then waited to come on and actually work, but any hesitancies that you had?
Hesitancy in what crowdfunding could be, or in the agency,
like,
or?
Yeah, or working with Launchboom. Yeah, was there anything that kept you from joining sooner?
No, it was just the product development.
Awesome. If you had a friend or someone else that you knew that was considering launching their product and joining Launchboom, what would you say to them about your experience, or how would you?
Yeah, no, I had different talks with other entrepreneurs and I told them to sign up. I mean, I don't know about the price now, because I know I had a at least that's what they told me at that point, that there was like a kind of a launch price. But I did say that it was like really good.
Awesome. That's super helpful. Anything that you feel like I missed that you want to add, or any other feedback that you want to make sure? I've definitely wrote down the stuff about time transparency and what that looks like. So that's really helpful.
Yeah.
Anything else at all?
No, where I struggled the most was with the ads and how the ads perform and everything. And they put all the pre-campaign is based on Facebook ads, and I don't really believe in Facebook ads anymore.
Okay.
I think it proven in the past year or two that with all the algorithm changing and everything, that it's not as efficient. And I think what they could use is additional marketing leverage.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense to me.
They're just thinking on that, whether, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just writing that down. That's really helpful. Awesome. Those are all great notes, and I will definitely, I'm kind of getting a bunch of feedback, and I'm going to meet with our fulfillment team, and so they hear that and they can make a good plan to address that. So that's all really helpful. Anything else that you feel like I missed?
No, I don't think so. Maybe there could be something about a round table, like a virtual coffee, or with other entrepreneurs once a month, maybe. And it's more to chat about everyone's personal experience, and because we do hear everyone's different issues when we're on the call, but it's very specific to an issue. Be more like an open round table is like, where you just want to chat and figure out, oh, what's your background, what you've been doing, how do you find the process, and like stuff like that. What works for you, what doesn't work for you.
Yeah, you're talking to the right person for that. That is definitely in my wheelhouse to make happen here. And it's
Awesome.
kind of something we've thrown around before, but it's really, really helpful for me to hear it from you that is something that the community is interested in. So I will definitely take that and try to make it happen, because I think it would be great.
Awesome.
Otherwise, then I owe you a coffee. So I'm going to send you a Starbucks gift card right after this to your inbox, just as a thank you for this time again. And then the other thing I wanted to ask, so I've been taking notes on our conversation, both for the feedback so I can talk with the team, and then on some of the other things that you said. And if I send you just the notes on what we talked about, you'll also get a notification after this meeting ends for a Trustpilot review. So Trustpilot.
Sorry, I lost you.
Oh, sorry. Did I cut out?
Yeah. If you send me the notes and then what?
Yeah, so you'll also get a notification for a Trustpilot review. So Trustpilot is a third-party platform. It just helps folks that are interested in working with us see, like, kind of clearly all in one space other people's experiences. And if you were able to throw some of the comments that you said today in there, that would be super helpful for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Awesome. So I will send you all that right after this. And if you ever need anything at all, you have my email now, and feel free, like, you can reach out, and I can always try to help as best I can.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And
have a great day.
Yeah, you too. I also just wanted to say I'm super excited about your product in general, and just I love supporting, like, the women-owned businesses and especially women products. And I do a lot of our events and conferences and stuff here, so maybe we can keep in touch and have you speak at one of them in the future, or do something cool to, like, highlight some of the work.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Cool. We're doing stuff all the time, so I will definitely reach out when I think something comes up that would be a good fit. But
that would be great. I'm definitely keen for that.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. I hope you have a really good day.
You too. Bye-bye.